Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. And on today's video, I'm going to be doing something that's quite exciting for me, because I'm going to be putting my bed into the camper van. So yeah, if you're new here and you haven't been here before, I'm building a transit camper van. It's a 2020 L2, that's length, and H3, which is the highest one you can stand up in. Well, I can, because I'm not about 6'8". And I'm putting one of these Ikea bed systems in. Yeah, you may have seen it before. Lots of people have used these. It's not something new. You know, I haven't just come up with this idea. I've got this idea from other YouTubers and other van builders. It's using the Ikea skorva mid beams, as they're known. That's what they're called, from Ikea. And you buy them. You can buy them separately from Ikea, and you can just put them across the back of the van, or you know, wherever you want to put them, to make your bed. So let me show you those, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. This is what I'm talking about. It's basically a steel bed frame beam that's extendable, so you can extend it out to any sort of length that you need it to be. So these are going to be going across the back of my van, basically like this. I've got 1, 2, 3, so I'm going to have one about here and another one there. But first of all, I need to attach them to the brackets. And the way I've decided to mount them is I've already cut down some pieces of wood. I'm going to put these on here. That's my line. I've measured how far I want my bed to come to. So I'm going to have piece of wood on there, and I've got some brackets that come with these beams, but they're not here yet, unfortunately, so I can't actually do that bit right this second. I'm waiting for those, but those brackets go on here, and then the bed beams go on top of the brackets. The thing with these Ikea brackets is, when you buy the beams, you can't order the brackets from Ikea because they're not available to purchase. There is no possible way to actually buy them from Ikea, because they come as part of various kits, I believe, after talking to customer service. So doing my research online, basically, yeah, you have to phone up Ikea after you've bought these beams, and then you tell them what you need the brackets for. I just told them I was building a camper van, that's why I didn't have the brackets in a kit, and the guy was kind enough to send me out 6 brackets. But I think they may be coming from Sweden, because he said they don't have the brackets in stock and they need to order them from abroad. So I'm assuming they're coming from Sweden, and they're going to be here in 7 to 10 days. That was about 4 days ago. So yeah, I don't know how long they're going to take to get here. Hopefully they'll be here soon. I'd like to see them next week. It's Sunday now, so I'd like to see them turn up, because then I can get cracking with it. But what I'm going to do for now is I'm just going to fit these bits of wood, measure it all up, get it all where I want it, basically get the frames ready to go on, and then as soon as the brackets arrive I can screw the brackets up, and then I can put the frame in. So yeah, let's get on with that. My plan for putting this wood on the van is I'm going to be using this. I bought a rivet tool, and I'm going to be using some of these rivets. So you use this tool to put these into various holes on the van. I'll show you what I mean. So what you do with the tool, you put the rivet in, the tool then opens it out inside, so that's securely fixed into the metal, and then you can bolt into it then, see, like that, and then you have a nice secure fixing in your van. I've got this step drill bit, and I'm going to use and then you can obviously do it to the hole you need. The thing is, it's not quite big enough for that. and that's a bit too much, I think. Hopefully that opens up in there. Use one of these. Little Q-tip, just to get some red oxide primer on there. And then just give it a little dusting of hammerite. Just done one to test it. It came out nice. So you literally just screw them on. It come with the M8 bit already attached, because you've got all the other attachments in the box. That's an M6, but it already had the M8 bit on it, which is quite useful. And you literally put it on and you just stick it in the hole and then squeeze it together. And then just unscrew it. And there we have it. Some nice threaded bolt holes for me now to thread some bolts into the van. Brilliant. And that's what I'm going to be using throughout the rest of the van build to, do the battens. So when I put the battens on the sides of the van, on the roof, or wherever, wherever I'm going to be fitting the battens, because I want the battens to screw the ply line into, I'm going to be using this little system, the rivet and the rivet tool, and I'm going to be using bolts. So yeah, it just saves me drilling into the van really. I know I've just drilled those holes, but there's loads of holes on this van, everywhere. See them? There's holes everywhere, look. So I'm just going to try and use as many of those as I can, and obviously any that I can't, I'll just use the drill and drill them, and then I'll just have to treat them and paint them. But if I can minimise that as much as possible, that's what I plan to do. So I've got another one to do on this side here, and then I've got the 3 to do on that side. So as you can see, I've bolted it in, but doesn't seem that secure. It's moving a little bit still. I might put some Sikaflex behind it as well, just to make it really strong. Although I don't expect it's going to come out. There's obviously still bolts going straight through to the body, but that's the concept I'm going for. I've just rested them on there for now. I mean, I know I could actually just put them on the top. I could just groove these out into little U-shaped grooves for this. That's what some people have done, I think. So I think sure I've seen someone do that. But I don't have the brackets on order. But yeah, I've just sort of rested them on there for now, just to get a kind of idea and sort of visualise it myself. That back one, I'm going to put it there, I think. So I need to do another rivet there and put a bolt in and a piece of wood maybe, or maybe just put the bracket straight to it. I'm not sure yet. I'll have to decide in a minute what I'm going to do. But I just wanted to get 2 in, because at least then I can get a level to know where to put the 3rd one, to make sure it's the same level as these 2. So I can put like a piece of wood or something across there. That was my plan anyway. Sort of across there, and then mark it over on there, on that bit. Right, so I've now put that piece on, that piece of wood, look. I've now riveted it, bolted a piece of wood in. That's basically where my other bracket's going to sit on here. So they're about exactly where I think they're going to be. I've measured them, and they're kind of just resting on there now, so you can sort of have a look at them, and I can sort of visualise it too. So now I've just got to see if these Ikea slats are going to work. They're in that box down there. I've got to have a little tidy up first. I've laid them out on top of the beams, and yeah, I think they're going to work. I'm going to have to cut this one down though to fit in there. That should be the only one I've got to cut down to fit in that space. But what I do have to do is I have to cut off 1.5 inches off each end of these because this is actually for a 4'6" wide bed, and I'm having some overhang here, but I'm not having any overhang up that end up there. Look, as you can see, that's where the end of the bed's going to be. So we've got, like, you know, approximately 6 inches over. So I'm going to take off, I've started to mark them, I'm going to take off 1.5 inches off each end of each one, and then it should all be 4 foot then wide. These should all be 4 foot wide, the two of them together. So yeah, going to do that. That's the next job. Right, now that I've cut those slats, I decided to move the beam from here to here, because I just didn't feel like the ends of the slats would be supported properly if they were here, because it'd be overhanging, and I just thought, you know what, I'll just move it there. So that's where I've moved it to. Next job is to fit the brackets. And that's what the brackets look like. I had to wait for those, so it's about a week later, and they've turned up, and they go on like that, and then the beams go into that little slot there. Look, slot into there. But I want to turn them around because I want the beams as high as I can. I'm going to use this bit, so that's what I'm going to do. So now I'm going to fit these 6 brackets on there, and then one there, and then I can get these beams on then. Using these, got some coach screws. They seem to be the thickest, strongest things I could get to go in to this, to hold these. Oh no, look, it split the wood. That's what happens when you don't drill, isn't it? What a stupid rookie mistake. I was just thinking to myself then, I should really drill these first. And I didn't, and now I split it. Oh, what I've ended up doing is I just put some wood glue in there. I put some wood glue around the threads of that when I put it in. Hopefully get a bit of glue in there. That's about all I can do. Or maybe I could put a little brace across there just for peace of mind, but it'll probably be okay. But because this bit isn't split, because obviously I drilled that. No, it's actually bolted on. It's just that little bit there on that one hole. That's so much better. Yeah. Right, well, I had a bit of a disaster. For you, it's only probably been a few seconds, but for me, it's been a couple of days. Because I was actually doing these rear bed beams here, and if you remember, I'd actually put these pieces of wood on to mount the brackets to. I had those pieces of wood on there bolted through, and I'd also Sikaflexed them on. But what had actually happened was, when I tried to put these coach screws through, because they were slightly longer than the actual thickness of the wood, when they hit this metal beam, this metal pillar, obviously the bracket wouldn't tighten down. So I thought, oh right, okay, what I'll do then is I'll drill the holes. So these holes, I thought I'll drill through those and drill into the metal to make some holes in the metal. There, look. But what happened is the drill bit kept getting caught in the insulation inside, and I snapped 3 drill bits, and they're all snapped inside there. So when I tried to pull it off, it snapped, and appears to be not very strong. So in a way I'm glad it happened. I'm glad they snapped, because it made me realise that the wood wasn't really up to standard. It's a van build and things just always seem to go wrong. So what I've now actually done is I had some ply in the garage, so I got 2 12mm pieces of plywood. I glued them together with some Gorilla Glue, clamped them for about 30-40 minutes, planed all the edges to get them all nice, and then countersunk where the bolts are going to go, drilled the holes, and I've decided to make a longer one so I can have 2 bolts in it for extra strength, because that'll be a lot stronger, and it's not going to split, is it, either? So that's what we're going to do. I've actually just used a bit of this CT1 because that's what was in the gun. It'll do the job. Ideally I should have used some hex bolts. Well, I got some hex head bolts, that would have been a bit better, but I haven't got any, and I've got 100 of these from when I did the roof rack, so I just thought I'd use these. But yeah, if I was doing the job if I was buying all the materials to do this particular job, I wouldn't have used them. But you use what you got, don't you? How tight do I go with these though? That's the question, isn't it? Because I don't want to make the rivets start to spin. I have got the sealer on the back, so that should glue them down as well. I mean, it's not going anywhere, is it? Before I put these brackets on, you'll notice I've cut this bit off here. Look, see this bit? I've cut that bit off. I want to carpet all of this, because I'm going to carpet these pillars. So I'm thinking it'd look better if I carpeted over the wood and then put the brackets on top. So I need to do that. First of all though, I've put some 7mm closed cell foam insulation type stuff on here, because I want this to be, you know, nice and soft to the touch when I carpet it, because obviously the bed's going to be there, isn't it? The bed will be going across there, so if you happen to lean against this, I want it to be nice to lean against. 1 down, 2 to go. First time I've ever done any carpet lining. It's actually turned out quite well. Right, I've got the other side done now as well, and I've got the brackets on. Time to get the beam on now. The moment I've been waiting for. There we go. I'll be lying if I said I wasn't really happy at this point though. Now that I've got them beams in, I've actually got the makings of a bed. Time to just get the slats on, and then that big yellow thing over there, that's a mattress, a memory foam mattress that I've had delivered. Right, as you can see, I've laid out the first row, and what I've done is underneath I've got some Velcro. I didn't think what it was called then for a second. Underneath, so I can stick these slats to this, because I want to be able to remove this bed going forward, because I've still got work to do over here. But for now I just want to get the bed in. But I want to be able to remove it, so I can just take these off and then I can remove these beams, and I can still get in and out of the van if I need to, you know, I need to transport any big items, or, you know, when I want to try and work around here to make these, I need to make these like inset box sections. I don't know what you call them. You know, obviously I'll be bringing out the ply line into here, but where the bed is I want it to go in. I don't know what the official name of those are, but that's that was my plan anyway. So slats are all on. These little awkward bits here, if you look, they're not quite level, although it doesn't look too bad now. But when I was mock fitting them, this was sort of over here, so I was going to chop this bit out. I didn't, and what I've done is I've fitted those blocks much the same as what I did here. And I wish I'd have just used the plywood and done the same job there that I've done there and there, because I think it would have been better than that would, to be honest. And as you can see, I've got the slats on, and I've even got some bedding to go on, some cushions, a sheet. It's time to get the mattress on now, I think. That's under there. Right, I'm going to get this mattress out of this bag. The thing weighs a ton as well. That's double wrap. It says 20 kg on there. You can feel the weight of it. It's like I'm wrapping a Christmas present, or like pasta parcel, isn't it? Right. Bear with me while I get this out of here. I don't suppose you want to watch me take this out, do you? So let me get it out of the bag and then I'll come back. It's a mission and a half trying to get this mattress out of here. Bloody hell, I'm out of breath. I wrestle this mattress in this little van, trying to move it, plastic off it. I really could do with another pair of hands because my arms are not long enough. I wonder if I just get it up on the bed. I'll make it easier. I can't really get a grip on it. It's really awkward to pick up. There. Right. Easier now. Oh dear. Well, it's kind of on, but I've got to sort them corners out because it needs to go on, you know, right to about there, look. So I need to do something with them corners. But we effectively have a bed. Yeah. Oh, this is a momentous moment for me, having an actual bed in my van for the first time ever. Well, tell a lie, it's not the first time I've had a bed in here. I have slept in here once or twice with a little tiny mattress, but I mean a proper bed that's actually fixed in the van. The way I feel after wrestling with that thing, I think I need a kip. This is where I climb on the bed and it collapses and everybody laughs because I've built it so badly. I'm actually nervous about getting up there now in case it does do that now I've said it. Oh. No, that feels solid. Oh. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh, I've got a bed. Oh, that's amazing. Oh. Oh no, I shouldn't close my eyes. I feel like I want to go to sleep. Except for the van's on a tilt and the blood's rushing to my head because the van's tilting that way. Oh dear. That feels solid though. Put the pillow up there. That's better. Oh, I've got loads of room as well. Oh, that's great. Oh, I love that. Oh, wow. I can't tell you how happy I am. I've got a bed in my van. Now, I've still got loads of work to do, but yeah, I've got a bed in here. I never thought I'd be this excited. I'm actually ecstatic. I can't contain myself. I love it. I love it. I've got to wait for this mattress to sort of, you know, plump itself up, because it's been compressed for most of its life, I'll imagine. I've got to let it settle and off gas, I think they call it, because they're memory foam. It's memory foam. They smell a bit, don't they? So, but yeah, I'm absolutely knackered now after messing around with this today. It's really took it out of me today. So I'm going to have a cup of tea now and a little lie down, I think, on my bed and relax for a little bit. I'm done for the day. I just need to sort out these corners though. I need to cut the corners, because if you look, the mattress isn't on properly, because I've got to cut it around these pillars here. But I did get one that has a zip off cover, so I can actually zip it off and cut it, because it's going to be a bit of a pain trying to cut through this cover, isn't it? But yeah, I just want to get this mattress cut. And this mattress is actually called a sequel mattress. I bought it from a place called Memory Foam Warehouse, and it's made with 100% recycled plastic from the oceans. So that's nice to know that I'm doing my little bit for the environment while building my van. And also the carpet that I used in the corners there, this carpet here, that's also 100% recycled from plastic in the oceans. So yeah, I mean, if you can do a little bit to help, then it's all good, isn't it? But on that note, I'm going to go and make myself a cup of tea, like I said. I'm going to have a little chill out. I'm going to figure out how to sort these corners out. I'm probably going to make a template out of cardboard, then cut the mattress using the template, and then I know that it'll be bang on then. And that's what I'm going to get on with, I think. But you don't need to see all that, do you, really? You've probably seen enough. God knows how long this video is. You never know when you're filming, because you're just filming bits here, bits there. You've got no idea how long they're going to be. They are what they are. You edit them down as much as you can, so that people are not bored to tears, you know, for 2 hours watching you make a bed. But it is what it is. Hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.